Did you see that video of that guy on TV doing an interview with his 3-year-old daughter in his lap? And he was just released from a quarantine, and the guy was just coughing all over the place. It's after 14 days of quarantine, as if that's enough. The guy's just coughing all live on the air, and you know he's got this water bottle, and he gives a water bottle to his daughter, and I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Hey guys, welcome back to the DimCad channel. I'm Richard, also known as DimCad. Yeah, that's that video. It's online. You can see it. Apparently, the guy's wife is sick back in China. The family went to China, and her mother got sick, and her mother or father, somebody passed away because of the virus. Now the mother is still in China. She's sick, and this guy went to the quarantine, a 14-day quarantine in the U.S. to get back home, so to speak. And he's doing this interview with his 3-year-old, and I'm just thinking, you gotta be kidding me. And this guy's coughing, and apparently he tested negative, but we know that the virus, we know that people can they can be asymptomatic for a very long time, many days, and still be contagious. They can still give it to other people. I don't know. Maybe he's just sick with something else. I don't know, it's a common cold. I don't know. It just looked really bad. Okay, the coronavirus. 571 new cases in South Korea just on Friday. That brings a total of South Korea coronavirus cases to 2,337. That number is just skyrocketing in South Korea. It's absolutely incredible. Italy, the U.S. government, the State Department is now issuing a travel advisory for Italy. They usually wait until things get pretty serious, and then they issue the travel advisory because they don't want to panic people. I get that, but still, I mean, if you're issuing this stuff when it's too late, I don't see the point. Anyway, in Italy, there was actually 21 people who died because of this. There's now 821 cases. That's another country where the number is just skyrocketing. France now has 57 cases. Iran, I think they have 34 deaths with 388 cases. I think they have a lot more than that. I think a lot of us realize that based on what we're seeing for our people leaving that country and going and spreading it to other places. People getting infected, leaving that area. Okay, Florida, they're monitoring 150 people. I hope it works out. Like I said, I hope this administration is really have to handling this situation. Donald Trump is now saying he wants the Federal Reserve to sort of get involved or intervene or whatever, because he realizes after seeing that stock market just crash. I mean, I wouldn't say crash, but it's tanking for sure. We're talking over 3,000 points in just 1 week. That's one hell of a week. You know, I know the stock market's pretty high. It was like 25,000 or so, whatever. And where it's at right now, 28,000 or so, but still, that's still a lot of points. But you really got to measure this thing by the percentage. It still took one heck of a beating, percentage-wise. All right, let's be frank here. Serious percentage. Let's hope that this is just a correction, and we'll see. Going back to the U.S. as far as the coronavirus, apparently only the CDC in 6 states have actually had state labs that can actually test for this stuff, which is weird. One involved, I think, is California, Idaho. Let me see what the other ones are. I'm trying to. Nevada, yeah, Nebraska, Tennessee. I forgot the other one, but only 6 states. I thought that was really interesting. They were really working to get other states to that point where they can actually test for it. There's been some questions about the testing, its accuracy, to say the least. We'll see how that works out. University of California, Davis Medical Center, they said that there was one case where they had to wait a week to actually diagnose this person, actually test this person. They delayed testing for a week because a patient didn't meet the federal government's restrictive criteria. Well, I hope they change that pretty quickly, because if this thing starts to develop here in the U.S. like it's developing in South Korea and Italy, we could have some serious issue if our testing isn't on point. Yeah, I keep thinking about that video, that guy with his 3-year-old guy coughing on TV. You know, it sort of reminds me of the whole Iran deputy health minister going on television saying everything's under control. He's coughing. He actually came down with the virus. Pretty shocking there. It's just hard to really watch this type of stuff. So once again, I encourage people to get non-perishable food items. If you can't afford the Mountain House, which I order freeze-dried food. Then why not canned goods? I'm using both. You know, for a while I was only focusing on Mountain House, and freeze-dried foods. But the thing is, this stuff is is really good, but it's kind of expensive. So canned goods, you know, for like $150, but you can stretch that pretty far. Getting ramen noodles or whatever, ramen noodles and canned goods, fruits, vegetables, things like that. You can really stretch that money a lot further. You get a lot more for your dollar. The thing is, it won't last as long. It may only last a few years or so, or maybe 5 years or so, depending on its best use by date or whatever. Whereas this stuff will last 20 years or so if you keep it under the right conditions. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Bill Gates was saying that, oh, this might be a one in a 100-year pandemic. He's even comparing it. He says it might be even worse than that 1957 flu situation here in the U.S. where 66,000 people died or so. Influenza. So I don't know if it's going to get that bad. I don't know, but all we can do is just be prepared. You know, I would say at least have a month worth of food, not 14 days, because anyway, at least a month, as much as you can do. A lot of us can't afford a year. I can't afford a full year, but just make some common sense preparations, and don't forget the toilet paper too. Don't just get the food, get the water and the toilet paper. Water is really important too. So keep that in mind. There's no need for people to freak out, but just be sensible, and you should always be prepared for stuff like this. This is why we talk about prepping. So if you're prepared, you'll put yourself in a better position to be able to make good decisions and really ride out whatever is coming ahead. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and don't forget, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today.